I bought nitric oxide. When can I take the pills on the day? Now, here's the thing. We cannot buy nitric oxide. If we could buy nitric oxide, the world would be such a healthier place. But we can't buy nitric oxide. But what you can buy are things that are going to supplement your body's ability to produce nitric oxide. And my favorite versions of that are nitric oxide supplements that are designed to give you nitrates, kind of like eating a bunch of spinach or, beets, things that are really high in nitrates. So they mimic that process, but give it to you in a concentrated capsule formula and help boost the nitrates in your system to help boost your body's ability to make nitric oxide, right? So when you're taking a nitric oxide supplement, generally speaking, you want to take them in the morning. And the great thing about it, I also got a question about the nitric oxide test strips. Now, if you're ordering the supplement that I actually think is pretty fantastic through my site, then you'll notice that you're getting 2 test strips with it. And so what you want to really do is take the test strip, use the test strip, and see where your nitric oxide levels are in the first place, right? And then you go ahead and you start taking your supplements, and then after about 7 days, check it again and see where your levels are. Usually, generally speaking, we see an increase in the color within a day or 2 of even starting the supplements. So that's how you know that your nitric oxide levels are potentially on the rise. That strip is measuring the nitrite content stored in your saliva. So believe it or not, our ability to make nitric oxide comes from 2 different pathways. And the pathway that we can actually manipulate the most is that pathway where we're using oral nitrates. And the supplements that I actually prefer are based off of nitrates, and they're not necessarily based off of the L-arginine or L-citrulline pathway. I find that the L-arginine, L-citrulline pathway is easier to help modulate for guys under the age of 45, which makes sense because the blood vessels need to be in tip-top shape. They need to be creating what we call NOS, or nitric oxide synthase, in order to actually create nitric oxide through that pathway. So since that pathway naturally declines, what we want to do is increase nitrate intake so that we can not only improve our body's ability to do that one pathway that actually declines as we age, but also we can actually use it to kind of stimulate the body to make more nitric oxide using that second pathway. So with that being said, anytime you're starting on any supplement, you want to check in with your doctor just real quick. Even if you can't get them on the phone, talk to their staff and just say, Doc, I bought this supplement. It's called X, Y, and Z. You think it's okay? Can I take it? And let your doctor kind of work with you, because your doctor is supposed to be there for you. Doctor's supposed to help guide you through this process. You guys are co-pilots on your health. He's not supposed to just dictate what you do. You guys are supposed to be working together to do that. As a matter of fact, I had a great conversation with John, and I was encouraging John to make sure, because he's a diabetic, but he's also lost 150 pounds. I told him to make sure that as that weight comes down and as you get healthier, your doctor should be decreasing your medication. You guys should be on a plan to say, okay, doc, you got me on 3 blood pressure medicine. You got me on 3 diabetic medications. My A1C is coming down. My blood pressure is coming down. I want to see these medications come down too, doc. And don't let your doctor brush you off. Say, doc, listen, I know you're busy, but you got me on 6 medications here. Which one do you think we can come off today? I've been following this. I've lost weight. My numbers are looking great, so on and so forth. Because listen, if you let your doctor just kind of, brush you off, you'll end up on 8, 9 medications and feeling terrible. Because oftentimes as you get healthier, your numbers are going down, your blood pressure is going down, that medication stays high, and your blood pressure is a little too low for your body. So speak with your doctor about, doc, what's the plan to decrease some of this medication, right? Because honestly, the goal should not be how long can we keep patients on medications. The goal honestly should be how can we help optimize health and wellness and help decrease some of these medications So I am encouraging you to hold your doctor to the flame with this. You have options. You've got options. This is like going to a restaurant. This is like going to a store. You have options. So if your doctor isn't listening to you and doesn't seem to be engaged in helping you attack your health issues the way you want to, now it's time to start interviewing other doctors. Gone is the day that you are stuck with a doctor. They are doctors on every corner. And I encouraged John when I was speaking with him to really think about Googling holistic practitioners, holistic diabetic specialists, integrative diabetic specialists, or functional diabetic doctors in my area, even naturopathic doctors in my area. And then what you'll find is you will find some that take healthcare insurance. Not all of them are going to, because right now it's a luxury to see these types of doctors, but there are a lot of us that do take insurance. I used to take insurance, I mean, to the point where it almost made me go broke. That's how much insurance I was taking. I don't take insurance anymore. I've done that. And, you know, I'm in a different space in my life now, but there are still some really great doctors who take health insurance, and you want to find them, because if your doctor's just piling on the medication every time you see them and increasing doses without figuring out what we can do to get healthier, that's not a good long-term solution for this. Okay. So this is great.